Alright, I guess we could talk about something that I feel like a decent amount of people know about, but like don't fully know, which I guess is my music career. And I'm not gonna like do talk about the stuff that's still in progress. I feel like that's for a separate channel and like something I will talk about there. Um, hint hint nudge nudge BGF, look forward to the future. But yeah, I'll talk about the past because I feel like it's more interesting to talk about shit that like I have no current control over and I don't want to like fully set up promises for anything. So let's start with my first okay, yeah, my first ever instrument. Let's talk about piano for a little bit. So I again Asian stereotype like my mom wanted us to play an instrument and I think I don't fully know why, but we just kind of settled on piano when I was like also around the same age. We started doing karate. So we just like I just had like a teacher, I mean obviously no shit. And like I would go to with my brother and then I think it was maybe like once every two was it like every week or like twice a week? I don't fully remember. I just know like I would do it like one I would go to practice. And like to be honest, I did not use piano lessons that well because again, like with anything, the only merit a teacher really has is just like to keep you accountable for something. But like I just didn't really like practicing at home. So like I refined my skills. It's just like if I didn't do that, I wouldn't have been as good as I am now, which, isn't really saying much because I actually like comparatively I suck ass at piano. It's just like I am good enough to like convince others that I'm not. And because like once again, confidence overcomes everything. Yes. But it was like I would just go home and not fully practice or like I would just like show up to practices just like not yeah because of that. So I just kept going with it for roughly I think also around the same time until I got into high school, and then it was at that point where we were just like, why are we paying for this? The kid's already good enough at piano. Like, a teacher is not gonna help him that much more. Like, we already know what to do. It's just practice at home. And at that point, I just like stopped liking what I was learning. So it was just like, what, it's honestly cheaper for everyone if I just use this money and then just like go on MuseScore and then just like find sheet music I like. And then like I eventually got to the point recently, I guess I'll talk a bit about the present, where like I can just generally look up the chords for a song if I know it and then like I can just bullshit together something um and just like the right hand just plays the chords and then like the left hand does some like funny things and like arguably if you listen to how I play piano it's the same way almost every time. I just do chords a bit differently. Yeah, I'm sorry if you like are watching me fuck up this parkour. I don't care enough to like do it right, I guess. um Yeah, so it started out as piano, and then I eventually transitioned into violin during elementary. I think it was like around. It honestly might have been around the same time. I don't remember if they allowed people in orchestra in like first grade, or it might have been second. But like, yeah, I played the violin for a solid like couple years. It was mainly because like my brother like picked up cello, and then I was like, you know what, let's try doing it because why not? And so I don't even remember if I was that good at violin. Arguably, with any instrument, I believe I'm not that good. If you like ask me to pick it up, I would not know how to play it. So yeah, there really isn't much to say about violin other than like it was just something I did for like a little bit. And then because it was so long ago, it was like maybe 12 years ago at this point that like yeah, I can't really say much. All I can really say is just like the person in charge of the orchestra was like my friend's mom. So like that was a little bit weird because I would just like go to hang out with him and then like I would just see my orchestra director and yeah. Like she was pretty nice. Like she wasn't mean or anything. It was just like a weird thought to think about. And then yeah. So I guess that wraps up violin. Uh yeah, can you tell the shit's off the cuff and I don't have things planned? Past violin, I think the thing I could actually talk about a bit more was clarinet. The reason why I chose to do clarinet was like not even my choice. I think I wanted to actually play the saxophone because guess who played saxophone? Yep, that's right, my brother. Also the reason why I switched to band after doing orchestra cuz like he did the same thing. But like my band director was like, try and blow into this and then like I tried, my asthmatic ass could not. And then he was just like, okay. I think it was like I tried out the saxophone and then I tried out the flute and then eventually we settled on clarinet and I don't fully know why we settled on clarinet. I guess it's like the middle ground of the two. Shout out Enzo for teaching me that like a clarinet is just what happens if you take the head of a saxophone and then merge it with the body of a flute. I saw that. That was pretty cool to actually see. But yeah, so we settle on clarinet, and then that's in fifth grade, and I do that all the way up until seventh grade. So I'm just like chilling on clarinet. I also suck ass at it because I don't know like the basic fundamentals of like how to play it. As in, I don't know how to. Okay, it's gonna sound weird if you never did band, or if you never played. I think it's a woodwind. I don't know if you never played like that kind of instrument, I didn't know how to tongue the instrument and like make fun of me all you want, but like I just straight up didn't. So I would just like blow into it. Like I would not do the other stuff. And like it was good. I was fine. Like okay, with all of these I wasn't I'm not going to say I was like terrible, but like I just wasn't that good. Like I would be good enough to like know okay here's how you play the scales and like here's how you play the song and like I could do it but like I don't think with anything uh I like to think I'm mediocre at everything and that like that's not like imposter syndrome or anything it's just like I'm just generally not that great at anything I do. I'm like a jack of all trades where I'm mediocre at everything but not that good at any one thing. Or maybe I am goated and like I'm just downplaying myself to be humble. Because if I'm like arrogant all the time, it sounds weird. But anyways, back to clarinet and like me being low-key mid. The reason why I decided to switch and like stop doing it, again, it kind of boils down to my brother again. Like, cause he stopped after middle school, but like I stopped earlier than he did during his run. Because it was like seventh grade. I realized, hey, I don't really like doing this that much because like I didn't really like my band director. It just felt like I don't think like any of us were like taking it seriously, and just I wasn't taking it seriously, so I just kind of like stopped doing it. But like I don't know. I just yeah, I just stopped. I think it was also because around that time I was like, okay, I should probably start worrying about my career because that is what we do during high school. And like if I'm not gonna do it because I don't want to do marching band. That was the other reason I didn't want to do marching band. Um I should probably just stop now. So I just stopped and like only stuck with piano. Yeah, during this whole time I was doing piano in the background. So, I mean, that helped with a lot of the music theory and a lot of the other building my fundamentals with shit. And yeah, that's pretty much the precursor to uh, my college years because I didn't do anything with it past. Yeah, once I got into high school, I pretty much just quit music almost entirely because I just had no reason or no outlet to do it. Like the piano was still there, but like I just didn't touch it. And like I think eventually during my sophomore year of high school, I was like, fuck it, I want to like get back into piano. And then I bought the current piano I have now after like working for a decent amount. It's actually pretty decent. It's like okay, wait, I don't want to flex how much I worked. Wait, never mind. But it's just like a Yamaha piano. It's like weighted. It has it's a full-size keyboard, and like it's what I'm gonna be using for future stuff. But because I don't really see a need in like upgrading or anything, because it's pretty, it's nice on its own. But yeah, um, that's pretty much it, I guess, without like diving into more of the present stuff, because I don't want to talk about that until like I actually talk about that. But I mean, if you want like a quick or summary of what I would talk about, it's just like, some instruments are being learned. I'm not gonna devolve into stuff too much. Some songs are in the works, and yeah, that's really it. I think if I were to like looking back and reminiscing and like comparing where I am now to the past, in some ways I kind of do miss both instruments. And like I think one of these days when I actually have the time or like the money, I'm gonna buy back. I'm like I rented. I never fully had the instrument. But like I'm going to buy the instruments. Like I'm gonna go back and buy a violin and I'm gonna buy a clarinet. I straight up think I could do that now. I think I have the funds to do it. It's just like I don't fully have a purpose for doing it yet. Because for like what I'm trying to accomplish, it's not necessary, but I don't know. I guess that's something you can maybe look forward to in the future. And yeah, that me falling is just a pretty good way to end the video. So look forward to whenever I talk about my musical journey in the future. Look forward to maybe a new channel. So yeah. Honestly, by the time I actually publish this video, there's a chance it's already released, but yeah, we'll see.